Alrighty, what's up everybody? Peter fucking Joseph here for video number 2 on YouTube for Saturday. So I'm back with another video right here on the main channel, Killer of Demons 669. Thank you all for watching. Make sure you like the video and hit that subscribe button down below on this very channel and my other channels, which are down there. You know where they are, in the basement known as hell, and the description box below. So, subscribe to my channels, hit that like button, stick it straight up to you-know-what, and the you-know-who. And don't forget to follow me on social media if you dare, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Gotta be real, if you're not, you, need to jump in a hole, and don't come out. And don't forget to share the video all over the internet, but most importantly, tap and slap that bell. You know how to do, you know what to do with it. And turn on all notifications so you don't miss a goddamn video. And if you do, well, fuck you, man. That's pretty much it. But you missed it, and you're pretty much SOL. And you know what that means? Ha! And that's pretty much it. Alright, so once again, like, share, subscribe, my channels, leave a comment if you wish, and all that other good shit. Don't forget to hit that bell. And if this is your first time watching, well, welcome to the fucking party, pal. We hope you enjoy the ride. If not, you can hop off and, go fuck yourself. And, yeah, that's pretty much it for that. Alright, yeah, I do need a shave. But I would be doing that tomorrow. And that's it. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, on this late Saturday night, December the 2nd, 2023, or if you're watching this tomorrow, or whenever you watch this, it is now December the 3rd, 2023, 3 weeks away from the greatest day in the world and Christmas, and we're 4 weeks away from the end of the year. So, coming up pretty damn fast, my friend, so it is what it is, and pretty soon it'll be the official start of winter, probably in about a little under 2 weeks, a little under 2 weeks away. Not under 2 weeks, I should say a little under 3 weeks away, so around the same time as the greatest day in the world. It's about the same weekend, really. So with that, so pretty much the weather here in my neck of the woods in New York, it's been up and down like my dick in your mama's ass, but we'll take it. You know, nice warm day today, about 53, 55 degrees today. Tomorrow's going to be around the same, but it's going to rain, which sucks. Then it goes down for pretty much the rest of the week. It's going to be cloudy all week, which sucks. You know, it gets a little bit colder, then by next weekend, it gets right back, by next Monday, December the 11th, back up to 60 degrees. 60 in December. It happens. I'll take it. I'll take a 60-degree day instead of like a 20-degree day and it's snowing or some shit like that. I'll take the 60. Actually, I'll take a 90-degree day, but unless you live in California or maybe around the Arizona area, or maybe Miami, but sometimes you might get a 90 in December. But you know, you want to get away from New York for the winter. Yeah, go to California, go to Arizona, or go to Mexico, maybe go to Puerto Rico, or you go to Florida. Get that warm weather for your Christmas and New Year's. And that's pretty much it. Let me move on with that. But yeah, Christmas is coming, ladies and gentlemen. The end of the year is coming. 2024 is right around the corner. So, yep, the Rockefeller Christmas tree is all lit up. Lit up last week. Actually, this Wednesday, this past Wednesday, I should say. A couple days ago. So that's pretty damn nice. So if you want to go see the tree, go ahead. Go see it. Go see it. If not, you don't have to. Look at your own tree. I don't know. But, I'm giving up for, level 47, if you know what I mean. And Christmas and New Year's and getting this fucking year out of the way. Because hasn't been a good year. Hasn't been that great a year. And pretty much I want to get this year out of the way so I can start 2024 on a little bit better note. And I will be doing a video about my future here on YouTube. Another video. Well, I've done it before, but I'll do an updated version. Just my future and my plans for 2024 on this lovely website of YouTube and pretty much in general. There's a lot of things I want to do that I've been meaning to do really since last year. Then I kind of started doing it, and then I kind of like forgot about it, and then was kind of on the right path, and then kind of slipped again. You know, it's kind of like the story of my life, going a good path. Whoop! Detour! I hit a detour, I hit some potholes along the way, and pretty much totaled my car, basically. Not my car, figuratively speaking, my car. And, kind of hit, you know, crashed, I would say crash and burn, but, you know, just like the mighty Phoenix, I will rise again in 2024. Hopefully will be a much better year than this year. I mean, I did have some highs, but not many, but really, I've had some really bad times this year, and, I'll talk about that. I'll talk more about that maybe Monday. Actually, maybe Monday, maybe sometime next week. So, and that'll be on the PG Rants channel. I'm not going to do it on my regular channels, but I'm going to do it on the rant channel, because it's not a rant per se. I mean, there is a little bit, but not much, but it's not drama-based. It's just from the heart, and just talking about what I'm going to be doing for 2024, and for the hopefully for the foreseeable future. But we shall see what happens with all that. But as of tomorrow, I'm going to be starting my journey to a better life, and hopefully, you know, hopefully better days. Because all it takes is, you know, doesn't take a village to, you know, get better and everything. Take it one day at a time. So tomorrow, as of tomorrow, I will be starting a new journey, a brand new journey to feeling better physically and mentally, and hopefully becoming a much better much better person, you know, as we go into next year. Because I haven't been a really good Christian boy, if you know what I mean. Not like that, but you know what I mean. Hasn't been a really great year, but like I say, you know, it's like Rocky Balboa says, not about how many times you get hit, you know, or how you get hit, you know, I forgot what the quote is, I'm sorry, but basically, it doesn't matter how many times you get knocked down and get hit, it's about how many times you get hit and then get right back up. Figuratively speaking. But, you know, I taken a lot of hits. I haven't been knocked out yet, so I'm gonna keep fighting, I'm gonna keep getting up, and all these people that want to knock me down, you're failing miserably. Because I'm not going to get knocked out. I'm tired of being humbled. You know, tired of, you know, just, you know, not being a better person. So, I'm tired of, you know, the drama, tired of all this crap. I've said this for years, but, you know, now it rings true. Give me a second. But, kind of tired I'm tired of being humble. I'm tired of, this and that. And I'm just going to continue to be myself and continue to better myself and get my life back on track. Because it's kind of spiraled out of control and pretty much kind of got to the point where it's crashed and burned a little bit, But, it's like a plane going down, crashes and burns, and then, people die and everything, but, I might have crashed and burned, but I survived, and I will survive. In 2024, I will strive to be a much better person on this website in general, and that's pretty much it. That's all I gotta say. Take it for what it's worth. But he's like, people go like, hey, it's gonna be the same shit. You might think that, but as I always do, I always prove you wrong. But just gonna take some more baby steps. But I tried to take baby steps ever since very last November. About a year later, it's still, it's still a really tough journey. But, with some help from my good friends and my family and who, and the Lord Jesus Christ, this is not, me going to God or anything like that. Just want to fix myself again. For like the 47th year. I don't know, I lost count. But I just want to better myself and try to be a better person to myself. Not only myself, to my family and who, and some of my good friends I still have left. I mean, I do got a lot of friends left, but, I just want to be a better person and not be somebody that I'm not. And I lost trust in people, and hopefully someday I'll get their trust back. But right now, like I said, day by day. And that's it. Alright, not about that mushy stuff, not about that bull funky. But hopefully everybody's having a great weekend. Finishing off the unofficial first weekend of December. Tomorrow, coming up later tomorrow, we got week 13 in the NFL, the league where they play. For pay. As the weeks, we're in week 13. We got 5. After this week, we got 5 weeks left. Really 4 weeks left, but 5 really. So we got that. The New York Football Giants on their bye week finally. Coming off pretty much 3 straight wins, which is crazy. No, actually, 2 straight wins, I should say. They're off this week. They play next week at home against the Packers. That could be very interesting if, for the playoff race, and we'll see what happens with that. The New York Football Jets, well, they play Atlanta, I think in Atlanta tomorrow. That game's at 1 o'clock on Fox. They're going to lose. I have a feeling the Jets are going to get destroyed by the Falcons. But the game of the week, game of the year, really, the pedophile Eagles, number 1 in the league and number 1 on your scorecard, until further said, they play the number 2 seed, the San Francisco 49ers! Yes! It's going to be a great game in that filthy, wet jump. Yeah, it's going to be probably wet because it's supposed to rain tomorrow. That's not good. It's probably a low-scoring game, but then again, who knows? But it should be a great game at 4:25 on Fox, and it will be televised on Fox, hopefully. Well, you never know, but it will be, because it's game in a week, so. Really should be an 8 o'clock game, I'm just saying, but it's going to be at 4:25 on Fox from that dump in Philadelphia, that garbage field, which is going to hold WrestleMania 40, Lincoln Financial Dump Field. But we'll see what happens with that. Right now, the Niners are 8-3. They're 2 games back of the number 1 seed Eagles. Niners win tomorrow. And maybe if the Rams lose to Cleveland, which could happen, the Niners clinch the NFC West tomorrow. Sorry. the Niners can clinch the NFC West as early as really next week. But they got to win tomorrow. Next week, another hard game at home in Santa Clara against the Seahawks. That game better be televised too, but probably it might not, depending on. Actually, it should because the Giants play at 1 because they're at home. So they should play the game of the week. Next week would be Seattle and the Seahawks and the Niners from San Fran. So even if San Fran loses, they got a good chance to really knock out the Seahawks from the playoffs and basically have the NFC West pretty much locked up. So it'll be 4-0 in the division. You got 2 more division games. One against the Rams, one against the Arizona Cardinals, which is week 15. That should be an easy win in Arizona, but nothing's ever easy. And then after that, they got the week 16 game at home. That's the Christmas night game against the my good friend Otaku's Ravens. That's gonna be fun. Christmas night. That's gonna be great. But in any case, we got that week 17 on the road against the Washington Commanders, and the final week 18, the first weekend of January. Will it be the 7th or the 6th or the 7th? At home against the Rams, which probably won't mean anything, but then again might be for seeding the number 1 and number 2 seed. But we'll see what happens with that. But not going to be easy for the Niners in the next 5 games. Well, actually, next 4 games after tomorrow. But tomorrow is going to be the big test to see what happens in the playoffs. Now, Eagles will probably go right to the NFC title game. I hope they choke, but you never know. The freaking Cowboys are scalding hot right now, but, when they get the playoffs, they choke. But they definitely got that number 5 seed, unless the Eagles choke, and then maybe the Cowboys get the number 1 seed, make it kind of a little bit easier for the Niners. A little bit, not too much, but a little bit. But we'll see what happens with that. The Eagles can go all the way from 1 to 5. I mean, it could happen, but I don't see it happening. But we'll see. But Niners got a little bit of a bumpy road to get to that number 1 spot. But they gotta beat the Eagles, and the Eagles then gotta lose the next 3 or 4 games. But they got the Giants twice. That's easy, 2 easy wins. They got the Commanders. That's another easy win. So they're probably gonna win the next 3 out of 4 games and get the number 1 seed, home field again, like they did this past year. So all roads will probably go down to Philadelphia. And they get the first round bye, and then they'll probably face whatever is the lowest seed, and that's that. Niners could face the number 7 seed, whether that be the Packers, the Lions, the Tigers, the Bears. No, any team really. Could be the Packers, could be the Lions, it could be the Falcons, could be the Saints, could be the Tampa Bay. Could be the Giants, I doubt that, but pretty much 5 teams can be between number 2, number 3, and number 7. So it's going to be very exciting. Now we're getting the squeaky bum time. I mean, sit on your ass time, nervous time, because now not only we're talking about who's going to win the divisions and everything, but, seeding and who gets in the playoffs. Niners are pretty much getting in the playoffs. Either way. Whether it be as a number 2, 3, or 4 seed, I highly doubt that the Rams are going to run the table and, somehow get the NFC West title. I highly doubt it. But, but don't, we cannot count them out. And, we pretty much own the Rams, so. And Cooper Kupp might not even be around for the playoffs. Who knows? I hope not. But Niners, got some big injuries. Hufanga is out for the year with a torn ACL. Armstead may not play tomorrow because of a foot injury. You know, all the guys are banged up on, or pretty much our secondary is banged up, which sucks. Couple of guys on defense a little bit banged up. You know, it is what it is. But we'll see what happens tomorrow. And I'm all psyched up. I'm all ready to go. I'm hoping the Niners beat the fucking shit out of Philadelphia. Put Jalen Hurts on the shelf for the rest of the year. Hopefully nothing happens to Brock. That would be really bad. But knowing the pedophile Eagles and how they cheat, like they did in the NFC title game this past January, you know, we'll see what happens with that. The only problem we have is, God forbid, it comes down to Jake Moody kicking a game-winning field goal. I'm not too confident. You know, if it was Robbie Gould, I would have full confidence hitting a 59-yard field goal to end the game. But Jake Moody, probably not. Probably not. But we'll see what happens with that. Should be a good game. I think it's going to be a really close game. And I think the Niners will pull it out. Even though they are, I think they're 3-point underdogs. So, I would take the Niners and the points. But that's pretty much all I got to say about that. Alright, enough about that bull funky. Alright, let's talk about another great sport, and it is a sport, and that is the world of professional wrestling. So, let's get to your on video number 2, right here on the Kill Demons channel. Once again, my name is Peter Joseph, if you're just tuning in. I am a content creator talking about the world of professional wrestling, or anything I feel like talking about. And if you like it, good. You don't, get the fuck off my channel right now. Click that X button on the top of your screen. And, pretty much it. Get out of here because we don't like stragglers. And, that's it. If you don't like it, too bad. Alright, so on this late Saturday night, December the 2nd, 2023, or if you're watching tomorrow, December the 3rd, 2023, it is time for your late night AEW Rampage and AEW Collision reviews for December the 1st and 2nd, 2023. Alright, so another week of Rampage and Collision review. Hopefully next weekend I'll be back to doing SmackDown and Rampage, but since we got Deadline coming up, I'm going to try to get everything I can in next weekend. SmackDown, Rampage, predictions for Deadline, the Deadline review, and also Collision. Collision will be next Sunday. Early Sunday. Early, because the Niners play at 4. So I'm going to probably do it maybe around 12, 1 o'clock on the, probably on this channel, your Collision review, next week. But let's get to this week. Let's get to, tonight's edition of Collision. And, that's pretty much it. But we're going to start with Rampage from Friday night. Well, last night, if you're watching from the West Coast. And Rampage was actually pretty solid, not great, but still pretty solid show. And it emanated from the Target Center in Minneapolis, Minnesota, home of the Timberwolves. And our commentary team, well, a two-man group. We got the man behind the mask, Excalibur, and Tony Baloney Schiavone, my good friend. And yours too, maybe. Alright, we're back at our normal time slot, because last week was, when was it? It was on, it was on Collision and Rampage were on at 7 o'clock. Well, Rampage was on at 7 live, and then right after that was a live Collision going head-to-head with Survivor Series, which got, destroyed that because of a certain guy named Phil. So, really, nobody watched Rampage, and not that many people watched Collision. I mean, Collision got under 300,000 views, I think 292, 294 to be exact. Rampage, 233,000 views. Bad. Damn. And Dynamite didn't do that bad this week. I don't even know what the final number was. I think it was like around... Somebody said it was like 600,000. I doubt that. my phone's it's charging right now. Can I get it? Let's see. Maybe I could. Let me see if I can get Dynamite. Let me see if I can find the Dynamite ratings for this week. Yeah, here we go. Give me a second here. Let me load them up. You know what's good? I'd like to thank my internet company for giving me a higher speed for free. I was like, I got a notification on my phone. It's like, hey, it's like, oh, your so and so is upgrading your speed. I'm like, oh, good. Now I got even faster speed. Cause I had the original speed. I think I had 300 megs. Now I got 400 megs for free. And the same price. Well, I'm hoping it's the same price. But it says for free. I mean, I got the notification. I actually got an email about it, which I thought was fake, but I looked it up, and it's actually, it's gonna be, free. It's free. Free is good. I guess because I'm a loyal customer. But it is what it is. I pay my bills on time, my friends. I pay all my bills by myself. But it is what it is, so yeah. So that's good that, I got the good speed. Anyway, we move on with that. Alright, according to WrestleNomics, Dynamite got 858,000 views. That's not bad. 386,000 in the 18 to 49 key demo for a .29. This was the most watched and best performing episode since October the 18th. So it's been about a month since since Dynamite got a freaking good rating. Dynamite was up 2%, well, not much, didn't go up that much, but 2% compared to last week, which got 845,000 with a .26 rating. That's not bad. And NXT got under 700,000, so Dynamite once again destroys NXT. And actually, the week before's Dynamite beat SmackDown because SmackDown was on FS1. So you got that. I mean, everybody's like, "Oh, Dynamite would never beat SmackDown." It did.
Oh, but it was on FS1.
Don't matter. I mean, but it is what it is. Now we're kind of getting back to normal. So the ratings will kind of switch a little bit. But still, Dynamite is just like walloping NXT in the ratings. Raw did pretty damn good. Almost a 2. No, SmackDown almost did a 2. They did 1.95. That was with Randy Orton as not his voice on the show. Next week we'll probably go at least over 2 with Punk on the show and Randy Orton. And then the week after that, Daddy's back, Roman's coming back, so that's going to pop at least over 2. At least. But, got that. And Raw did a 1.88 with Punk. And you say Punk can't really bring ratings. It was his first show back, so yeah, 1.88. So we'll see what happens on this Monday with that rating, if the rating goes up more, or it goes back down. Even with Punk on the show. But we'll see what happens with that. Alright, so we move on with that. Alright, so let's go back into Rampage. And Rampage, like I said, was pretty decent. And it starts off with our first match of the night. And once again, like I said, Tony Baloney and Excalibur on commentary. So our very first match after the pyro goes off, we had an 8-man tag team match. So we had 2.0, the team of Daddy Magic, Matt Maynard. You really want to know what makes Daddy Magic's nipples hard? You want to know? You can ask him on his YouTube channel. So 2.0, Matt Maynard and Cool Hand Angelo Parker they team up with the two members of the Dark Order. And that's the man who's not evil, Evil Uno, and Alex Reynolds, one half of the Beaver Boys. I don't know, where the hell was Johnny Hungy? No Johnny Hungy or anybody else. That sucks. There's only 3 members of the Dark Order, to be honest with you. There's 3 members. So it's weird, the Dark Order used to be 16 people? Basically, that got cut in by 3/4 got cut. Now there's only 3 fucking people there. Alright, but anyway, they take on the team of Trent Beretta, the AEW Intercontinental Champion, Orange Cassidy, freshly squeezed. We send for the man! Hook, get in here, stop jerking off. Get in here. Hook, ladies and gentlemen, from Red Hook Brooklyn, the FTW Champion, and a man who's very evil, very nice, very scary. That's Mr. Danhausen! I will curse you. So, Mr. Danhausen back wrestling in AEW. That's very nice, very evil, very scary. Mr. Danhausen's my friend. No, he's not. Anyway, he's very evil, like me. But I digress. Anyway, so, it was a pretty match to start. 2.0 and the Dark Order start off fast and furious. They brawl to the outside, go back in, and Mr. Danhausen starts off a Hurricane Run on the Evil Uno, and then we get an 8-man brawl. Why not? As the good guys clear the ring, and then we get what the people want. That's a big good hug. Give me a hug. Anyway, so we go back in. And Angelo Parker sets up Daddy Magic's running knee to Orange Cassidy's dome. And then Mr. Danhausen comes back in for a release German suplex to Evil Uno. And then Hook comes in and thinks he's his dad. He's the human suplex machine, suplexing everybody. And then we hear the music of a guy that has really dumb, creepy music, and it's his ringtone. And that's the Ring of Honor Pure Champion, that's Wheeler Yuta, who distracts Hook, because he's going after Hook, and maybe that FTW title, God forbid he wins that. Yeah, Wheeler Yuta, a double champion, and he only has one actual belt. So, Wheeler Yuta comes out, and Wheeler Yuta is the type of guy that nobody wants to hear on commentary, because his commentary sucks. Worse than Kevin Patrick. But I digress. So Hook is jumped from behind, and then Alex Reynolds starts stomping on Hook, so they're beating up on Hook for a little bit, and then eventually Trent gets the hot tag and cleans house really quickly. Orange Cassidy comes in, starts kicking away at people, until Evil Uno plants him with a pile driver! Then we get a stare down between Mr. Danhausen and Daniel Garcia. I didn't even know he was even in the match. He was actually at ringside. I didn't even know that, but anyway. So, Daniel Garcia's dancing. He's the dancing fool. Mr. Danhausen's like, curse you, Mr. Garcia. Curse you. Stop dancing. You didn't have to curse him. You just could have, called Vince McMahon. I'm dancing, Dad! I'm dancing! Look at me! I'm dancing, Dad! Stop it! Boom! You better stand back! Okay. Anyway, we move on. So we get that. Blah, blah, blah. And then Mr. Danhausen pulls out Jake Hager's hat, puts it on, and then freaking Jake Hager's all pissed. And then he gets sent out of the ring. And that distraction lets Hook grab the red rum on Angelo Parker, and he's tapping, but it's not the legal man. And then Mr. Danhausen rolls up Daddy Magic Matt Maynard with a 1921 fruit roll-up that didn't taste good, and they get the win 1, 2, 3 in over 10 minutes. So, little comedic match, which really wasn't needed to start the show. But, it's Rampage, and who watches Rampage? But anyway, match was alright, and I gave it 2.5 out of 5 stars, and that's it, and then everybody's happy. And we move on. Someone who's not happy, and that's, Ruby Soho. You know, it's not Matt, sorry, Angelo Parker's actual real-life girlfriend. So she's in the back with, I believe, Renee Paquette. She's there with Soraya Knight, Paige, and Anna Jay, the woman who has a flat ass and a mean attitude. So they're teaming up in a 6-woman tag team match against Hikaru Shida, Sky Blue, and Chris Statlander. So Paige is pretty much doing the talking, praising Anna Jay for being beautiful. Well, duh. But for now, they need to deal with Ruby's thing with Angelo Parker, who comes in and, starts eyeing Ruby up and down. Ruby's like, I see you. I know what you're trying to do. Anyway, so Soraya's like, alright, that's it. Everybody, we're out of here. Let's go. We got a match to get through. Let's go. And Ruby's like, oh, okay, go. And a little bell rang. Doug! If you haven't seen Christmas Story. Doug, where you going? The bell rang. Well, what am I going to do? My tongue stuck. Doug. I don't know, the bell rang. You shoot your eye out. You know that 24 hours of A Christmas Story is coming, and pretty much I think they're gonna show the original and then the second one when Ralphie's older. Ralphie, where you going? The bell rang. Anyway, so we get all that. Check it on Wrestling Cat. Wrestling Cat's schnozzed out, right? Wrestling Cat! Hey, Wrestling Cat! Alright, she's sleeping. Sleeping like a baby. She's doing good, by the way. People are asking about Wrestling Cat. She's doing very good. Very good. Has to go for a blood test soon, but gotta find some time. Pretty busy with work, so I don't have much time to take her to the goddamn vet for her checkup and a blood test, because, gotta make sure she's good. She's okay. She does have a thyroid problem, like my other cat used to have. My other cat, Cookie. Some of you remember Cookie. I've had him on my video, some of my videos a couple years ago. Really about like 4 or 5 years ago. But sadly, he passed away in 2019 due to the hypothyroid, and now Wrestling Cat kind of has that now too. But we're trying to control it. But with the she's on medication, which is doing pretty good for her. She's always energetic, but there's times she's very sleepy and everything, and tired. But she's very energetic and pretty much been there when I've been going through my dark times. I have besides having the good friends I still have and my family, and Rose of course too, but Wrestling Cat Zuzu has been pretty much there for me and everything. So that's that. So she comes, wakes me up. I want to eat. I'm like, leave me alone. 6 a.m. Leave me alone. What are you gonna do? All right, enough about that. But yeah, Zuzu's doing good. All right, we move on. All right, so Soraya Knight and Ruby Soho and Anna Jay getting ready for their match with Hikaru Shida, Chris Statlander, and Sky Blue later on in 6-woman tag team action. All right, so I give that segment 2.25 out of 5 stars, and that's it. All right, then we go back to the ring with my good friend Tony Baloney introducing 2 great men, 2 legends who are in the main event of the very first wrestling match. Yeah, I didn't even know that. On TNT. In that building, by the way. On the first, I believe it was the first Nitro. Anyway. So he talks about that, talks about the Clash of Champions and all that other good stuff. So he brings out the Nature Boy! Woo! Ric Flair, and it's Stink! So we get all that, and, yeah. So Sting and Flair are in the ring, and, you know, come out for a chat. Sting, like, grabs the mic from Tony Baloney, a little bit aggressive there. Easy. Take it easy. Take it easy. Anyway, so Sting talks about being in the first and last match on TNT. We all remember the last match on TNT, don't we? The last Nitro. Then he mentions Flexi Lexi, Lex Luger, winning the tag team belts with him and teaming with him and all that good stuff. He kind of mentions something, you know, to Ric Flair. It's like, you remember what happened and the thing we can't say. I'm like, what was that about? Okay. Anyway. So, he talks about Lex Luger, then he talks about Bam! Bam! Bigelow! Man, he should be in the Hall of Fame. So talks about that, and everybody's like, yeah, you remember Bam Bam Bigelow? Yeah, some of us do. Anyway, he hands the mic to Ric Flair. Talks about being in wrestling since 1972. Damn. That's 51, getting close to 52 years, my friends. Wow. There are always some people who will be special in his life, so he mentions the American Dream, baby, Dusty Rhodes. I love that Ric Flair, baby. I love him like bacon, and, you know. My son Cody, he don't like him. I wonder why. Anyway, so he mentions Dusty Rhodes, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, and the Stinger. And then, so Flair promises to be there with Sting from the beginning until the end. And then there was a cut because he mentioned that if you're 18 to 29, you know, we can go back to the hotel and I'll take you on Space Mountain. Woo! You know, but they edited that out. I wonder why. I don't know why, but I don't know why Tony Khan and maybe Warner Brothers said, no, you can't do that. So anyway, Flair says, we're going to dance all night, and then dance a little longer. And that's it. So basically, it was, let's go down memory lane again, like we did on Dynamite. So, you know, it was okay. So I gave it 2.5 out of 5 stars, and it is what it is. It is what it is. Pretty much 3 old farts in that ring. Giovanni is 65, I think. 65, 66. Sting is 63, going on about to be 64. Flair is 74, 75. So we got the old folks home in the ring. You know, 2 guys who are in the Hall of Fame, and Giovanni, who's not in the Hall of Fame, who should be in the Hall of Fame. Just saying. Alright, we get all that. And we move on. Alright, then we go to the back once again with Renee Paquette, this time with the other half of that women's tag team match, Chris Statlander, Hikaru Shida, and Sky Blue. They're all ready to get their momentum back. Starting now. Chris Statlander seems to blame Sky Blue for losing her TBS title, but Sky Blue's like, no, you had chances to beat me, and you, basically choked. And then Hikaru Shida, beating the voice of reason, tells him, hey, take it easy. Take it easy. And pretty much, focus on your son. That's it. So, it's like, she's basically saying, bitch, shut up. Focus. We got a match. Stop the bitching and complaining. So, we got all that. So, we'll see how that goes. So, I gave that 2.25 out of 5 stars. And, that's it. Alright, after that, we get to your, if you wanted to go to the bathroom, you could have, but you had to really run real quick and run back. This match lasted 60 seconds. We had the Dog Cows family in a 6-man tag team match. It was Powerhouse Will Hobbs, Kyle Fletcher, and who else was it? Oh, Kazuke Takeshita, taking on Ja-C and two other Hammonegers, jobbers basically. Beat him in 1 minute with a trio of finishers. Takeshita hit strong zero. Fletcher hit. I think he hit Aurora. Not what's his finisher called? I can't even think of the name. Well, he hit his finisher, and then Hobbs basically finished it off with the world's strongest slam in basically 60 seconds. So I gave this match a dud, 0. And then Don Callis gets on the mic, praises his team's dominance, and wants to finish off the Golden Jets, meaning Kenny and Jericho. So we'll see what happens with all that. And we move on. Alright, then we go to the back, where we have the Prince of the Prophecy and the Purge. And that's my good friend, and he's from Brooklyn, Prince Nana. No dancing this time. But he was dancing at House of Boring when Swerve came out. That's always fun. Swerve when I draw, swerve when I draw. I would do a video of me dancing to that song, but then again, you know how the haters are. Like, oh, look at this! What is he doing? Something you can't do, and that's entertain and get views. But I digress. But it is what it is. All right, so Prince Nana's there with Brian Cage, the Machine, and he wants the Workhorsemen to join the Mogul Embassy just for one night. Brian Cage's like, I don't know about, teaming up with J.D. Drake and say his name, and he appears. I believe in Anthony Henry. But it's gonna happen later on in the night as they have a 6-man tag team match with Commander El Hijo de Vikingo and Pentagon. Zero. Miedo. But we'll get to that in a little bit. Alright, so I gave that 2.25 out of 5 stars. Alright, then we go to the death slot. Six woman tag team action. Anna Jay, Ruby Soho, and Saraya Knight taking on Sky Blue, Chris Statlander, and Hikaru Shida. Wasn't a great match, so under 7.5 minute match. Also with Chris Statlander and Anna Jay. Start off. Shida comes in with a running elbow, and then Sky Blue comes in with one of her own. And Statlander tags herself in. Uh-oh, time to argue. Hey, why you tag me in, bitch? I bet you that's going to be a feud. I think Sky Blue's going to either turn heel or Statlander might turn heel. Really, nobody would care. But I digress. Anyway, so they start arguing, and she's like, alright, that's it. I am not taking this shit anymore. Me tagging, I will finish the match. So, Shida comes in, beats the crap out of Saraya, Knight, and Ruby. And then we go to break, we come back. Chris Statlander comes in and plants Saraya Knight. And then Anna Jay makes a save, gets the tag, and comes in to choke Chris Statlander. That gets broken up. Statlander then pulls Anna Jay into Ruby Soho's super kick. Uh-oh. And then Sky Blue gets the tag. She comes in and hits Code Blue. 1, 2, 3. They get the win. And eventually they all get their hands raised. But don't know what's going on with Statlander and Sky Blue, but we'll see what happens with that. So, under 7.5 minute match. Match was 2.25 out of 5 stars, and that's it. Alright, after that, we get a look at week 2 of the Continental Classic, the Gold League. We saw some of the matches from Dynamite that were pretty damn good. And we get a preview of the Blue League matches on Collision. Eddie Kingston and Bryan Danielson, Claudio and Brody King, and, like I said, Claudio and Brody King, and Andrade and Daniel Garcia. But we'll talk about that in a little bit. So we get that. Then we go to your main event of Rampage. The Machine, Brian Cage, and the Workhorsemen of J.D. Drake and Anthony Henry taking on Pentagon, Zero, Miedo, Commander, and El Hijo de Vikingo. with Alex Abrahantes at ringside, Prince Nana at ringside as well. We didn't do much, but this match was pretty decent. Not great, decent. Commander tries to flip over Brian Cage to start, gets tossed into the corner. Then he starts beating him up, and then Tony Baloney and Excalibur go right into a quick preview for Collision, which you could have done after the match. And a whole bunch more, I don't know what they were talking about. So they're like, oh, fuck this main event. So anyway, El Vikingo comes in, starts chopping away at the big man, JD Drake, who then suplexes him down to even things up. Then he gets in Pentagon's face, like, hey, really, dude? Come on. Alright, then the Luchadors clean house. They go for a triple die, but El Vikingo kind of somewhat botched. As we go to break, come back, Pentagon cleans house, we got a double DDT. Commander hits a missile dropkick on JD Drake, sets up a running corner dropkick. Then a backstabber into a double stomp off the top rope. Combo gets a near fall on Brian Cage, but he comes back up. And Monkey flips Commander into JD Drake's powerbomb. Nice. So it kind of started slow and really picked up near the end. So all 6 men in the ring, El Vikingo hits a springboard Canadian Destroyer. Sick. But then Anthony Henry hits a power driver right on him. And then Pentagon hits Made in Japan on Anthony Henry to drop him. Well, basically the Pentagon driver, same thing. But Anthony Henry gets right back up and accidentally kicked Brian Cage in the face. So Cage is like, well, fuck you, dude. Smacked him, laid him out. Then he walks out with Prince Nana. I was like, oh, we don't need these guys. Fuck them. So El Vikingo goes up top, hits the 630 splash on Anthony Henry. And that's it. That's it. Bing, bang, boom. 1, 2, 3. So the Luchadors get the win in almost 11:11. So they almost made a wish. It was 11 minutes and 12 seconds. Well, you couldn't have waited an extra second? Less? It is what it is. If you don't know what 11:11 means, besides it being a great In This Moment song, not even a song, but it's an instrumental, 11:11 is a myth. And at 11:11, or 12:12, or 1:11, 2:22, 3:33, 4:44, 5:55, 10:10, you can make a wish. It's a myth, but not really anything to worry about, but it's just a thing. So, if you want to do that, then do it. Hope your wishes come true. Champagne wishes and caviar dreams. Welcome to the lifestyles of the rich and famous. I'm Robin Leach, and I don't know why. God bless that man. Robin Leach. It's basically my childhood, man, back in the 80s. Lifestyles of the rich and famous, man. That was the shit, man. Robin Leach getting on his yachts and all these extravagant mansions and shit. I was like, damn, I want to be in one of those mansions. And those expensive cars, like Mercedes-Benz C-Class and shit like that. I'm like, damn. Robin Leach! God, you gotta love that man. God rest his mighty soul. And that's it. Alright, so the Luchadors get the win. Match I gave 3.25 out of 5 stars because the end was pretty damn good. And that's pretty much it. And that ends this week's episode of Rampage. So Rampage, pretty good show. And I gave it 6.5. What I give it? 6.5 out of 10 stars. Pretty much it for that. Alright. So let's get to tonight's show. It's the Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon. No. So we get to Collision. If we could. And, Collision was pretty damn good. We had my girl Abaddon on the show. Good shit. And we get all that. And a bag of chips. We had the Blue League matches on week 2 of the Blue League. First round matches for Bryan Danielson and Andrade, and second round matches for pretty much Eddie Kingston's second round match, Brody King, Claudio, Danny Garcia, and Andrade's first match in the tournament. We got that. So Collision was a very good show. I loved tonight's show. Great matches in the tournament. Lots of good banger matches. Each match in the tournament was a banger. So, I think Collision's ratings are going to go a little bit up this week, because it was a great show. And it emanated from the Erie Insurance Arena in Erie, Pennsylvania. And our commentary team of Tony Baloney Schiavone, the hermaphrodite himself, Kevin Kelly, a Met fan, by the way, so I can't say anything bad about Kevin Kelly. I met him a lot. Kevin Kelly's a great man. I didn't even say hello to him. He just comes up like, "Hey, how you doing?" Like, "Hey, Kev, what's going on? Want to talk about some Isley Brothers tunes?" He just came up to me. I was wearing a Met hat and an Adam Cole jersey at was it last time I saw him was at Terminal 5 during was it Joe's? It was AJ's final match on episode 200 of Ring of Honor TV back then. That was good. Joe, I think it was Joe and AJ, I forgot who they teamed. I think they teamed up with somebody, or they teamed up together to take on, I think it was Adam Cole and the Kingdom. That's always fun. Yeah, so, like, after the show, you know, how they used to do it with, it was, Steve Carino and Kevin Kelly used to do the post-show, and then it would be uploaded right away to YouTube. So they were doing that as everybody was leaving Terminal 5, which was a garbage fucking place. Used to be called Club Exit back in the day. So anyway, as we were leaving, they're doing the thing, blah, blah, blah. So everybody starts leaving. They're still filming, per se, and, you know, I'm just waiting, you know, by the guardrail, right in front of them. I think you might see me on the show, but I forget. But anyway, as soon as they're done, cameras, they're done. I was like, "We'll see you next week." And then right after that, Kevin Kelly comes right up to me and says, "Hey, what you doing? Let's go, Mets." I'm like, "Yeah." This is like 2017. I forgot what year it was actually, but Kevin Kelly, you might think he's a bad guy. He's an actual good guy. Steve Carino's a freaking legend. I have a picture with him on my Facebook page somewhere. When I took a picture with him outside the Hammerstein Ballroom when it was, I think it was, I forget what show it was. I think it was Final Battle when it was in the day. It was an early show. Yeah, it was an early show for Final Battle, and then everybody left. And then everybody's waiting outside. I mean, it was early, so I was like, "Oh, just wait outside for the wrestlers to come out. Why not? It's early. We don't have to rush home. You know, like 11 o'clock at night. You know, me and the missus." So we waited. We saw Nana. We didn't, take pictures or anything. I took a picture with Roddy. I took a picture with Jay Lethal. Then I took a picture with Carino, and Jimmy Jacobs is photobombing me. You bastard. Pissed me off. Like, damn it, Jimmy! Jimmy Jacobs, you bastard! But it is what it is. Steve Carino's a great guy. He's a good guy. A legend. A ECW legend. Not a hardcore legend, but he's a legend. I was a hardcore legend in Japan. I know, Terry. I know you were a hardcore legend. I know. I'm sorry that I mentioned hardcore legend to Steve Carino. I'm sorry. I know you were a hardcore legend in Japan. Japan #1. Forever! Okay, Terry, stop. Calm down, okay? I'm sorry. Just comes out of nowhere. Anyway, we move on with that. Oh yeah, so yeah, Steve Corino's a good guy too. But yeah, Kevin Kelly on commentary with Shivani and the man from England, another guy I met, Nigel McGuinness. Nigel's a great guy. The guy is amazing. I met Nigel and I have his DVD. The only DVD he actually had. But I met him and he was doing a meet and greet right before the show, not downstairs in the Hammerstein Bar, and was like right in the lobby. Weird. Right around where the merchandise place is. So I went to get Nigel's went to meet Nigel, get his DVD, and then we took a picture, with who, and then Maria Kanellis was there when she first got into Ring of Honor. Me and her took a picture. Probably didn't sit well with Mike Bennett. I think it was before she even met him, maybe around the time she met him, I don't know. But, the first time meeting Maria, she gave me the picture. The second time, she kind of stiffed me. Not like that. But she's like, oh, can I get a picture? Oh, it's a package deal. I'm like, what? I didn't know that. I thought I could just get the picture. I was like, alright, just got her autograph and everything. I was like, alright, I'll just take the autograph. Fuck it. Fuck it, we'll do it live. And that's it. But yeah, Maria's a doll. She still thinks she's the first lady of Ring of Honor when she's not. I'm not gonna tell her that, but I mean, I did meet her again, this past, when did I meet her again? It was last year? Was it? It was last year or early this year, I think. I don't remember, but, she was with Mike Bennett and Brandon Cutler. It was supposed to be Matt Taven, but Matt Taven had a prior commitment. And, they came to my neck of the woods, and, blah, 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 blah. Long story short, they were doing the autograph signings. I said hello to Brandon. It's like, hey, Brandon, you doing BTEs? I go, oh, I don't know. And then he took out the camera right before the match, and then you see me for like a blip on BTE. So I was on BTE for like a blip, which doesn't really count, but still, I was on it. I saw him take it out. I'm like, you son of a bitch! I was trying to stand really quick to get on real quick so you could see me for like 2 seconds. Yeah, I know, Wrestling Cat. I know. He's down here now. I would pick you up, but, I want you to take a nap. You having a good nap, my friend? You have a good nap, Papa? Yeah, Papa? Good nap. Good nap? Yeah. Okay. She's having a good nap, doing one of her poses. She misses her mom, Why don't you go to mommy? Go in the bedroom and go to mommy. Go lay with mommy. No, I just want to stay here. She loves me too much. But I digress. We move on. Alright, so what was I talking about? I forget. Oh, yeah, Maria Kanellis. Meeting Maria is fine, too. But I did meet Nigel. Nigel's a legend. What am I going to say? But we move on. Alright, so Tony Baloney, Nigel McGuinness, and Kevin Kelly, your commentary team this week from Erie, Pennsylvania. Alright, so Collision back in its regular scheduled time. No competition from WWE yet. Next week there will be, with Deadline going head-to-head with Collision. And, then Collision and Rampage are going to be going pretty much head-to-head, or not head-to-head, but Collision's going head-to-head with SmackDown on December the 29th, because World's End is on December 30th. That's a Saturday. So, another week of SmackDown burying Collision and Rampage at the end of the year. But, AEW's had a pretty productive year. They sold $4 million in tickets for All In. Officially, 34,000 tickets sold for All In. In over 24 hours, almost 2 days. 34,000 tickets already. That's pretty damn good. Not great, but they're going to sell that place out again. I don't know if they're going to break the record, because I think they only booked, I think, 40,000. Why would you book 40,000 in a place you got technically 81,000 people? You gotta sell that place out, dude. They're gonna open up more tickets, I assume, going into next year, and by the time the summer comes, there probably won't be that many tickets left. But 34,000 tickets in one day? Not bad. Not great, but not bad. So we got that. There's like 10,000 more tickets on sale now. Just about around 10,000. So about 40 to 45,000 tickets for what will probably be AEW's WrestleMania, all in 3. August the 25th, I believe. Yeah, August the 25th, 2024, from Wembley Stadium once again. But this time it won't have Punk. Sting will just be an ambassador. He'll probably be on the show as the ambassador. And Edge will be on the show, but that's nice. But Danielson will be... He won't be wrestling because it'll be done by then. But they said they're saying he will be there in some shape or form. But it's gonna be a great show. Ocean Spray gonna be back in his home country, now officially a member of the AEW main roster. So that's gonna be great. But I don't think he's gonna start on AEW television until next year anyway, because he still has New Japan dates to finish up until February. So if we do see him, it'll probably be mid-February, or maybe at Revolution, his first actual match with a new AEW contract. So we got that, and he's going to definitely be at Forbidden Door, definitely at All In 3, definitely at All Out. So he's going to be in for the long haul. So, but he's going to be back in his home country of the UK, in England. It's going to be good. He's going to have a good time. Gonna have a good time. Mr. Ocean Spray. And that's it. Alright, so let's get into Collision real quick. And then we're gonna go to bed because we've got things to do tomorrow. Alright. So back in our Collision's back in this regular time slot for now. Up until December the 29th, of course. And that's it. Let's get to it. We got the Blue League matches in week 2 of the Continental Classic. Like I said, 3 matches, banger matches. All of them were bangers. All right, so we start with the cold open. Brody King, Claudio, Andrade with the lovely CJ Perry, basically wearing nothing. It's not nothing bad, you know. She had a white blazer. Basically, you see half her boobs. With a bra, I don't know if it was a bra on, or she was maybe a bathing suit top on. Probably a bra, who knows. And then she had like a white miniskirt on. Oh. Ugh. And so Andrade's talking with CJ Perry. Daniel Garcia, the Dancing Fool, Eddie Kingston, and Bryan Danielson all ready to fight. It's a Saturday night. You know what that means. Time to fight. Alright. So after that, we get the pyro. We're off and running. We are live from Erie, Pennsylvania. And then we see Kevin Kelly, Tony Baloney, and Nigel go over the recap of the Continental Classic up to now from the Gold League. We see this like 5 times. Why do we need to see that 5 times? Oh, this is how the Gold League's doing. We know that. Why do we have to see it 5 more times? Ridiculous. Anyway, then we get more of what the rules are, like we don't know that already. Tony? Anyway. Alright, so we start off with the first match in the Blue League. Big, beefy men slapping the fuck out of each other. So we have Claudio Castagnoli taking on Brody King of the House of Black. Brody King already has 3 points. Claudio has 3 points as well, I believe. Yeah, he does have 3 points. We move on with that. Yeah, Brody beat Eddie Kingston, and Claudio got the win. Let me just check the standings before I move on. Yeah, Claudio won last week. Who did Claudio beat? Claudio beat Daniel Garcia, obviously. Look at that. Alright, so we got Claudio Castagnoli and Brody King. Banger of a match. Fucking banger. So they started off beating the fuck out of each other. Claudio gets all fired up after he got hit really hard by Brody King. He's like, come on, hit me harder, you son of a bitch! So, they try to close on each other down, and, then they go to the outside, try to do it again, then they almost got counted out, which would have been really bad for them, because, you get nothing for a draw. I think you get 1 point for a draw. That'll suck for you if you need wins, and you get a draw, and you need points. That draw is going to come back to bite you. But anyway, so they go outside, they come back in. Brody King drops Claudio with a big-time boot. And then Claudio knocks him outside, where Brody King drops him with a clothesline, sends him over the barricade into the front row. There's a lot of people going over the barricade on Dynamite. I mean, Moxley went over the barricade. I forget who else went over the barricade. Like, right into somebody's lap. You better move your drink. Roddy, you still owe me a damn Coke, Roddy. Roddy! If I ever meet Roddy again, I'm gonna tell him you owe me a Coke, dude. I don't expect you to give me one, but I'm just saying, you owe me a Coke. Why do I owe you a Coke? Final Battle 2012, maybe? When you got thrown into, remember when you were trying to rip Michael Elgin, and then Elgin reversed it? And then you hit the barricade? You hit basically where me and my girlfriend was. Knocked over my Coke right next to me. I didn't even know it was right next to me. Like, I moved, and then the freaking Coke's all on the floor. Well, you should have had it next to you. I'm like, yeah, that's true. But you still owe me one. You don't have to give me. I'm just joking around with you. I'm just pulling your chain, Roddy! But anyway, we move on. Alright, so, get sent into the barricade, over the barricade, go to break, come back, Claudio fights out of a 1904 chin lock, starts unloading with big-time tiger uppercuts in the corner. Then a running double stomp gives Claudio a near fall. And then he hits Swiss Death. Very impressive for a near fall. Which sets up the Swing of Doom. The fans are like, what? Picking up this guy's like, Brody King's like 300 and some odd pounds at least. So he swings him for about a little bit, knocks in the sharpshooter, and then grabs the arm for added pressure, but somehow Brody got the rope to break the hold. They get back up, Claudio misses a charge into the ring post, ow, and then Brody King hits a suplex, then one hell of a cannonball! But then Claudio pops right back up at 1 on a pinfall, kicks out at 1, hits a Death Valley driver, which, Tony Baloney, how do you miss that? Why did you call it a Canadian Destroyer? You can't botch, dude. You're my boy and everything. You can't botch like that. Anyway, so Claudio hits the Death Valley driver for pretty much a 1 count. And then Brody hits a pound driver for a near fall. Then he finishes off Claudio with 1 big-time lariato. And shockingly, Brody King pins Claudio, former Ring of Honor champion. 1, 2, 3, 12.5 minute banger of a match. I gave 3.5 out of 5 stars. And that's pretty much it. Brody King, after match, starts yelling at Claudio. That's it. So, Brody King, 2-0 in the tournament. 6 points total. He has 3 matches remaining. Claudio at 3 points. Also 3 points remaining. But we got 2 more matches coming up. It should be bangers themselves. But we'll see what happens with that. Alright. We move on. Alright, after that, we go to John Moxley, D-Rod, the Righty, the File Thing. Give me Vaughn. What? Who? Who? You mean Rick Vaughn? You want Vaughn? Yeah, I know. He's due. Not this song again! Vaughn, I have one thing to say to you. Strike this motherfucker out! You gotta love Major League. The second one sucked, by the way. Then it was, supposedly there was a third one. Supposedly, but I think it was the only two I know. The second one sucked really bad. The first one's always good. I love this shit! It would have been nice if they the coach for the team was like, that sucked good shit! Anyway, move on. Alright, so Moxley does a promo in the stairway after Dynamite. Talks about being banged up, thinking being this tournament might not have been the great idea. But he's like, my head's not on straight. When is it ever, anyway? He's like, I'm all over the place, but I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. I'm gonna wrestle my way out of this and win this tournament. And he's like, no one in this tournament can put me through worse than what I'm going through every fucking day. Well, you're a madman, so what do you expect? Beating yourself up with light tubes and shit when you win GCW, former GCW champion after Nick fucking Wayne beat your ass, even though you cheated to get the belt back. Is he still the champ? I think he's still the champ. I don't even know. I don't know about that. I think he's still the champ. I'm not sure. Can I look this up? Maybe why not? Let's look it up. We got time. Let's see. GCW World Champions. Alright, let's look this up. Well, Masha Slamovich was the champ on March 17th. Then, Nick Gage lost to Masha Slamovich at Eye for an Eye. And then Cage of Survival 2, June 4th, 2023, Blake Christian beat Masha. And he's still the champ. Wow, I didn't even know that. I thought he lost it to, like, Maki Ito or something like that. Maki Ito, motherfucker! But yeah, Blake Christian's still your champion, for now. As far as I know. Let me just see if I can get an updated list. Let me go to Wikipedia. Let's see here. Okay, just going way back here. Yeah, Blake Christian, still your reigning, defending GCW World Heavyweight Champion. He's held it since June, so pretty much he's about to hold it for 5 months. Not the longest reign in GCW history. That is Nick fucking Gage. 3 title reigns at a combined 988 days. And Moxley has held it once for 399 days. And Ricky Shane Page held it for 488 days. There you go. Yeah. Blake Christian has held it for 174 plus days. So getting close to the 6-month mark. I mean, he has to, pretty much has to hold it for probably 6 more days. And he'll hold it for, pretty much almost 6 months. I don't know how you get June. He held it for June 4th till, 6 months. I was right. My math was off a little bit. Well, it is what it is. Let's see. Matt fucking Tremont held it for 294 days. Joey Janela, 204 days. Homicide, 187. Any notable names? Marsha Slamovich, 79 days. Matt fucking Cardona, 42 measly days. And that's it. But Blake Christian is still your reigning defending GCW champion. And I think they have another show. They have their final show coming up. I don't know when that next show is, but well, I don't know when the next show. I think the next show is coming up. I think next weekend, actually. Yeah, he won Cage of Survival, which featured Rina Yamashita, who was the GCW American Hardcore Champion. She's a fucking crazy bitch. Whew. And you thought Masha Slamovich was crazy? And really, Maki Ito's kind of crazy too, but she's not that hardcore. I mean, she did do the pizza slice thing with Mr. MDK himself, Nick fucking Gage.
I slice your head up, motherfucker!
She is a little cutie patootie. Oh, man. I would love to meet Maki Ito, motherfucker. But then again, I have to watch myself because a certain friend of mine is, that's his second waifu next to Rio. So, gotta watch myself because I'm on a strict clientele contract with that. So I gotta keep, I'll say hi to Maki Ito, take a picture, and leave. Oh, that's you, dude. That's you, dude. Sorry. Watch it. I'm like, okay, easy. It's like, hey, I got my Asians. I got Kairi, Io, and Asuka to worry about. I don't even need to worry about Maki Ito, motherfucker. That's your business, dude. But we got that. Anyway, we move on. All right, enough about GCW. All right. So we got that. So Moxley, he's hurting, but he's still gonna fight until he can't fight no more. And he'll probably be in the finals of the Gold League against Swerve, lose. And then Swerve will probably face Bryan Danielson at World's End for the North American Triple Crown, which is the Ring of Honor World Title, the New Japan Strong Openweight Championship, and the new Continental Classic title, which is an actual belt. Why, I don't know. Then they're gonna actually defend that belt, or they're just gonna give it to him. I don't know how that's supposed to work. Gives me a migraine headache stooping down to your level. Good morning, Dave. Hello, me. Meet the real me and my misfit's way of life. Dun-dun-dun. Good old Megadeth. And we move on. Alright. So Moxley's promo gave 3 out of 5 stars, and that's it. Alright, match number 2 on your scorecard. Women's action, strangely enough, early. We had the Woman on Fire, Kiera Hogan, taking on the Living Dead Girl, my sweetheart. Well, not my demon assassin bride, but a demon herself, and you can see her right there. Right there. And that's Abaddon! Ah, the lovely Abaddon. She's on my screen, actually. Let's see, you want to see? There it is! I'll probably get copyrighted by Tony Khan. Whoa! Extreme close-up! I didn't know I could do that. Ah! I didn't know I could do that on my phone, so now he's just scared you by showing my goddamn eye. Good thing I didn't show anything else. But I'm not like that, but anyway. Let me move on. Alright, so Abaddon and Kiera Hogan, one-on-one. Under 4-minute match. Was what it was. Kiera looked scared. Wouldn't you be? If you were facing Abaddon? I wouldn't. I'd be like, pfft. I'm like, You're scary, but you're hot at the same time. Anyway. So Kira hits a drop kick in the corner, but Abaddon comes right back with some strikes in that corner. Kira manages a running kick to face for a near fall. That isn't gonna work. Get back up, and Abaddon hits a swinging Bossman Slam or Black Hole Slam. Plants Kira, followed by a springboard Gilmore Kata! Bang! For a near fall. Who told her that? And then she puts her on the apron in the ropes and then licks her face. She can lick my face. Kind of creepy, but I like it. See, I dig weird chicks. Anyway, so Abaddon licks her face, which kind of fires up the woman on fire, no pun intended. So she starts striking away at Abaddon, sets up a neck breaker for a near fall, but Abaddon comes right back with a kick to the dome, kick to the head, then hits the Black Dahlia. Ooh, that's a wicked move, and I've seen it. She hits the Black Dahlia 1, 2, 3 in under 4 minutes. Abaddon gets the win. Hey, your second win on Collision. There you go. Second win on Collision, and gets the win. Match gave 2.5 out of 5 stars. And then, Mark Posey, the fucking referee. What are you waiting for? Abaddon's like, hey! Where's my hand, jerk? Mark's like, okay. You raise her hand, asshole. Anyway, so her hand gets raised, then the lights go out. I'm like, uh-oh, who's coming out now? Could it be the House of Black? Could it be the devil? Hey, maybe she's a she-devil, but I don't know, who knows. So the lights go out, they come back on, and the lovely Julia Hart is in the ring. And then, she shows her TBS title, and Abaddon goes, pops her head back, I think she's the Exorcist. Turns her head around, Julia's right there, opens her jacket, showing the TBS title. And looks like we're gonna get Abaddon versus Julia Hart for the TBS title. Sign me up. Then the lights go out again, and then she leaves. But do you think Abaddon's really scared? No. But, Abaddon gets another women's title shot. I mean, she fought Hikaru Shida and came that close to winning the belt. But I think it's going to be a good match, but obviously Julia Hart's going to retain. I'm not going to be happy about it, but still. I'll have to, Randy Savvy's going to have to tell me, right? Randy, say what you have to, say your line. You better like it, or you must accept it. Ooh, yeah, get it? Okay, exactly. I know, I have to accept it. Is that right, Miss Elizabeth? That's right, Mr. Gilmore. That's Joseph. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. Anyway, alright, so, Abaddon versus Julia Hart for the TBS title coming up probably next week, maybe? I don't know. And we got all that. So it makes me happy. Abaddon gets the win. She gets a title shot at the TBS title with Julia Hart. Not going to win it, which makes me a little bit upset, but I have to live with it. Learn to love it! Woo! Like Ric Flair would say. Anyway, we got that. Alright, then we go to the back with Alex Marvez, big fat idiot. He talks to another fat guy, and that's Samoa Joe. The son of a bitch is fucking fat! Ah, Scott, easy. Yeah, we know he's fat. We know. I'll make him bleed. Oh, Scott, calm down. It's late. Calm down. Eat your Snickers. He's fat! Okay, stop! I can't help it. I can't help it. These people just come out of the woodwork. I mean, it is what it is. That's that. Who did he say was fat? Oh, Mike. Why are you here, Mike? I just wanted to be on the show and just say hello. It's nice and all, but you could have just knocked.
What do you mean, knock? I'm in heaven. How can I knock?
Oh, right, that's true. You could have just, called me or something like that,
Well, we don't have phones here in heaven either. How am I supposed to talk to you?
Yeah, that's a good question. But anyway, yeah, Mike, we were talking about Samoa Joe being fat. You know about fat people, right? You were the fat chick thriller back then, right, Mike?
Oh, yeah. I was banging those fat chicks because I'm awesome. They loved me.
Yeah, they did. He did. You were the man back then, dude. More pushing for the cushion, as they say, right, Mike?
Yeah. You know all about that, Gil.
Shut up! Shut up, Mike! We don't talk about that here.
Well, I'm sorry, I forgot.
Anyway, yeah. I want to get back to my video. Can I finish now?
Okay. You have a good show, Gilmore. Joseph. I keep forgetting that. God damn it. Anyway, but I'm awesome.
What? No, I'm awesome too. Don't forget that.
I know.
Okay. All right. You want to say goodbye? Yeah. Say it. Say goodbye already.
Bye.
Okay. Go. These people come out of the woodwork and they try to ruin my show, basically. He's disrespecting the dead! No, I'm not. I'm just being funny. I try to make my show not interactive, but I try to make my show enjoyable. And if you like it, great. If you don't like it, I'd like to see you try to do a Mike Awesome impression.
They can't do my impression,
I know, Mike.
Because they're not as awesome as me. And if they keep messing with you, I'm gonna put them through a freaking table.
That's right, Mike. Right, get out of here.
Okay, bye.
Okay, get out of here. That's why it's called satire, my friends. I try to entertain as best I could. But, people are like, oh, you're disrespecting the dead. Disrespect this, motherfuckers. And that's all I gotta say about that. You don't like my video, get the fuck off my channel. But you're still gonna watch it anyway. So, you're gonna enjoy me doing my epic impressions because you can't do it yourself. And that's it. Alright, so Samoa Joe's with Alex Marvez. Talking about Max, kind of not thinking clearly and accepting the tag team match this Wednesday on Dynamite against the Unknown Devil's Minions, or the Unknown. I don't know, I guess that's gonna be their names, the Unknown, who knows. And then, Roddy comes in, he goes, Samoa! So, Roddy comes in with, I'm Matt Taven and Mike Bennett, the Kingdom. So, Roddy's all willing to forgive him for almost breaking his goddamn neck. Maybe, I don't know how long ago that was. But Roddy tells Joe, you need to understand that MJF is the devil. He's gonna turn on you, and he's gonna manipulate you and shit. So just be careful. And Joe's like, yeah, okay. Then he leaves. He's like, I want you to be my best friend, unlike Adam! Really now? Come on. Anyway. Alright, so I give that 3 out of 5 stars. And that's it. We move on. Alright, match number... second match in the, of the night in the Blue League. We got Andrade coming out with the lovely CJ Perry. It is his first match in the tournament. He takes on the Dancing Fool, Danny Garcia, with Daddy Magic, Matt Maynard on commentary. Did pretty good on commentary. And, that's that. This match was a banger. Garcia grabs a fast fruit roller for a near fall, and then starts teasing Andrade. He's like, almost starts dancing. They get back out. Garcia sends him into the ropes. Andrade, does the tranquilo pose, the Naito pose in the ropes. And Garcia's like, oh, you want to upstage me? And then Andrade's like, he sees that, he's like, oh, fuck this! So he goes to leave, and a dropkick puts Garcia on the floor. Then a slingshot plancha gives Andrade a near fall back inside the ring. Garcia comes right back, goes after the leg, for a 1 count, as Daddy Magic promises to dance if Garcia wins the entire tournament. That would be fun. That would be funny. Not fun, but funny. So then, Andrade knocks Garcia hard to the floor as we go to break. We come back. Garcia comes back, wins a slugfest in the middle of the ring. Then he ties Andrade into the decree of, whoa! Starts hammering on the knee. Then a spinning bling buster gives Garcia a near fall. Andrade comes right back, sends him hard into the corner. Trying for the Three Amigos early in the match, but didn't get it. Well, actually, I take that back. Goes for the Three Amigos, hits 2 of them. Thinks he's Eddie Guerrero, Latino Heat.
Why is he doing that?
Well, he's Mexican like you.
But he's not as great as me, Essie. I don't understand.
Then take it up with him.
What do you mean to take it up with him? I'm dead.
Ah, fuck, I forgot. Well, it sucks for you. Anyway, so goes for the Three Amigos. The third one gets broken up. Garcia grabs a 1904 sleeper hold. That gets broken up with a trip into the corner. Then Andrade takes Garcia up top, hits a superplex into the other 2 Amigos, which that was pretty nice. Gets an info out of that. Garcia comes right back, knocks in the Dragon Slayer, and then kind of pulled back and then let go. And then Matt Mado's like, what the freak just happened? I was like, that's what I was like. I was like, what happened? Did he tap or he just let go? And then he kind of transitioned to something, which leads to Andrade hitting the Hammerlock DDT. 1, 2, 3. Andrade gets 3 points, his first 3 points in the tournament. 11-minute match. And Andrade beats Garcia for the second time in a span of a couple weeks. That makes CJ Perry pretty damn happy. And that's pretty much it. But this was another banger of a match. 3.5 out of 5 stars. And, yeah, this tournament has had some great matches. Great matches so far. I hope we get this again next year. But, anyway. Alright, so Brody King's at 6 points. Andrade and Claudio at 3 points. Andrade has a little bit of an advantage, which has 4 matches left. Bryan Danielson will be coming up in the main event. And he will also have 4 points after, well, now he has, after he finishes his match, he has 4 matches left. So pretty much Andrade and Bryan are going to have 2 extra matches coming up in the next couple weeks. So I don't know how that's going to work, but we'll see. Alright, after the match, Andrade and Daniel Garcia, Code of Honor. Well, it's something you don't see every day. So we get all that, and that's it. Alright, then we get another look at the Gold League matches. And what's coming up this week on Dynamite. We got Moxley and Roosh coming up. We got Jay White and Jay Lethal. And we got Mark Briscoe against Swerve Strickland. So that's going to be some good shit. This Wednesday night on the program from the Chit Hole in Montreal. Also, Edge versus Christian, or Christian Cage versus Adam Copeland for the TNT title. Probably your main event of the evening. We got that. We got Hikaru Shida. Not Hikaru Shida, sorry. Tony Storm defending the AEW Women's title against Sky Blue. And a whole lot more on Dynamite this Wednesday night in that shithole dump in Montreal. And that's it. Alright. Then we get a video looking at Wardlow smashing AR Fox to bits. And that leads to a kind of a promo from the man with a big old afro, Willie Mack. Not happy about that. And basically wants some revenge next week. So next week we got Wardlow taking on Willie Mack. For no apparent reason. Alright, we got that. Alright, so I gave that 2.5 out of 5 stars. That's it. Alright, after that, we go to the kingdom of, I'm Matt Taven and Mike Bennett. Roddy, once again, has to cut off Dasha! Dasha! So Roddy comes out, dedicates the match to his friend, Adam Cole, baby. Adam! Yeah, but didn't you just say your friend is now Samoa Joe? And Adam Cole is not your, he doesn't want to be he's not your friend anymore, but you still think he's your friend? One of these things just doesn't belong here! I don't know what he's talking about, but anyway. Alright, so this match, against the Iron Savages, Bear Bronson and Bear Boulder with jacked Jameson at ringside. 2.5 minutes suckfest. And obviously the Kingdom gets the win with the spiked power driver after Bear Boulder misses a middle rope moonsault. Then Bennett hits the Death Valley driver into just the tip. That's what she said. Just the tip. So they get that. Then the spike power driver, 1, 2, 3. I think they call it they used to call it the Hail Mary. I think they still call it the Hail Mary. I'm not sure. But anyway, they get the win. 2.5 minutes suckfest. And that's it. Match I gave 2.25 out of 5 stars. So kind of a little match of the night. And then afterwards, Roddy gets out of his wheelchair, hits the jumping knee, and then gets right back in his chair like nothing ever happened. Next strong. That's pretty much it. Let me move on with that. Alright, then we go to the back where we see Renee Paquette with her guest Ethan Page, all ego Ethan Page. He's back on Rampage, not Rampage, sorry, he's back on Collision, I guess. And he's like, I want to be the King of Canada, so who better to face than Kenny by God Omega? Interesting. I'm interested. So see that Wednesday night in Canada, in Montreal. Kenny by God Omega taking on all ego Ethan Page. Okay. We'll see how that goes. Alright, so I gave that 3 out of 5 stars. After that, we get a video on Mercedes Martinez and Widow Nightingale, which took place last year at Supercon of Honor, when Mercedes had the Ring of Honor Women's Championship before she lost to Athena last year. That was way at Final Battle last year. And then now that we reignited a feud on Rampage last week, so we're gonna get Mercedes Martinez and Widow Nightingale. I don't know when, maybe next week. We got all that. Blah 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 blah. So I get that 2.25 out of 5 stars. Excuse me, and that's pretty much it. And we move on. Alright, after that, we go to tag team action, my friends. We got Matt Sydal and the Fallen Angel, Christopher Daniels, former Ring of Honor tag team champions. Yeah, they were. Taking on the other half of the other half, like I was right the first time. The other half of the House of Black, Buddy Matthews and Malachi Black. Match was okay, nothing great. It's also with Buddy Matthews overpowering Matt Sydal to start. Rolls through a high crossbody without even blinking. Then a tornado DDT doesn't work for Matt Sydal, so he kicks Buddy Matthews in the head. Tags in the Fallen Angel, Christopher Daniels. And then Malachi Black comes in. Daniels like, whoa, hold on a second. He slows down a bit, which allows Malachi to kick him in the corner. Sends Daniels to the outside. And then Malachi hits one hell of a middle rope moonsault as we go to break. Impressive. We go to break. We come back. Matt Sydal comes in off a hot tag, starts striking away until Malachi catches him on the top rope, and then Buddy Matthews and Matt Sydal score with top rope meteoras. Yeah, they score with top rope meteors, but then Malachi pulls Matt Sydal to the outside, and then Christopher Daniels dives onto Malachi Black. on the outside, but he's fine enough to hit that wicked knee on Matt Sydal out of mid-air. Then he hits Black Mass, knocks Christopher Daniels the fuck out. Goes to the cover, 1, 2, 3, bing, bang, boom. The House of Black once again get the win. A little over 8.5 minutes, and they get the match 2.5 out of 5 stars. And then after the match, the House of Black are talking some shit. And then the lights go out. I'm like, oh, who's going to come out now? Brody King and Julia Hart to celebrate? Nope. FTR comes out. Dax the Axe Harwood and Cash Clock Wheeler. They go to the ring. Malachi has the mic. He's like, hey, what are you guys doing here? You're here to join the House of Black? And then he's like, well, you know, you're family, man. We've always been here for you. And the fans like, yeah, we like the House of Black. I'm like, what? Fans are turning on FTR. So Malachi's like, yeah, they like us. We're here to help you. When I lie. And then, looks like, FTR is kind of considering it. Malachi puts the mic down. And then Dax goes to pick it up. And then Buddy Matthews beats the fuck out of Dax Harwood. Fooled you! They jump FTR. They beat the fuck out of them. And then, Buddy Matthews, grabs Dax Harwood and holds him back as Malachi freaking kicks Cash Clock Wheeler in the head, knocking him the fuck out. And then Dax Harwood gets the same fucking thing. So the House of Black leave FTR basically unconscious. And then basically they say, you have no friends. I was right all along. Throw him out. And that's it. So, this feud with the House of Black and FTR intensifies from what happened last week. And we see what happens with that. And we move on. That's that. Almost done. Alright, then we go to a video from early in the week with Renee Paquette and her guest, the AEW Women's Champion, Toni Storm, Timeless Toni Storm, who just has Luther there, no Mariah May, no RJ City. So Tony's like, where's my usual interviewer? Why are you here? Some blonde chick is here interviewing me. What is going on here? And he's like, my hair's not done, I'm talking to you. So basically, Tony says, I'm not a fan of Sky Blue, who's her first challenger for the AEW Women's Championship. Blah, 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 blah. And basically saying that Sky Blue, the only thing she's good for is to show her booty. And then he's like, but I'll be okay. Chin up. Tits out. And then she doesn't have her shoe on, so she takes Renee's shoe, turns it on. She takes her Renee Paquette's shoe off, and then it's like, and he drops the shoe. I love Toni Storm. This gimmick is gold. I love it. Chin up, tits out, and watch for the shoe. So we get that. So I gave that 2.5 out of 5 stars. And then after the break, Sky Blue cuts her own promo and basically calls Toni Storm pathetic. But she's not going to worry about it. Then she says, chin up, tits out. I'm going to have my chin up, my tits out, and I'm going to take that shoe and stick it straight up your ass. Damn, with the spike. Yee. Spiked shoe up the ass. Ah. So we'll have to see what happens on Wednesday Night Dynamite for the AEW Women's Championship. Toni Storm defending against Sky Blue. I think Toni will retain. But watch for the shoe. That's it. Alright, so all that I gave 2.5 out of 5 stars. Then we get a video on Christian versus Edge on Dynamite this week, with Christian accusing Edge of grabbing his coattails and always being better than Adam ever could hope for. So, little preview for Wednesday night for the TNT title. Probably get Montreal Screwjob 3. And I think Christian will somehow win, and Edge will get screwed. Probably by maybe Kill Switch or Luchasaurus and Nick freaking Wayne. Or maybe by some chicanery that Christian does by himself. Who knows? Alright, so we got all that. Alright. Then, after that, we go to a quickie match. Well, not that quick. It was 8 minutes. We get El Hijo de Vikingo taking on Kip Sabian, who basically says you're overrated and shit like that. This was a standby match. We had that before with the House of Black. And they played Hook's music for some odd reason. I'm like, why are you playing Hook's music? Somebody botched. Somebody's getting fired. But anyway, this standby match, because the Continental Classic matches aren't reaching their time limit. So, so Tony's in the back. Who can I find here? Right, you guys, go fight for 5 minutes. 5-10 minutes. Go ahead, go. Just go. I don't care who wins, just go. Bad booking. And that's it. I really didn't give two shits about this match. Kip Sabian, did a little bitty things. There was a few flippy dippity doos, but in the end, El Vikingo hits a middle rope Phoenix Splash for a near fall. That was impressive. Kip Sabian comes right back with a springboard Hurricanrana for a near fall. He gets knocked to the outside, and then we get a corkscrew moonsault. Crazy. Flippy dippity doo on the outside. Throws him back in, and then El Vikingo hits the 630, 1, 2, 3 in 8 minutes. This throwaway garbage match ends, and El Hijo de Vikingo gets the win. And the match I give 2.5 out of 5 stars, and that's pretty much it. Whoops. Sorry about that. Alright, after that, El Hijo de Vikingo wants to go for the Code of Honor, and Kip Sabian's like, fuck your fucking handshake. Bastard. And that's pretty much it. We move on. Alright, then after that, we go to Renee Paquette in the back with Keith Lee. And Renee's asking him about who's this him character. And I think we all know it's Shane Taylor. And guess who comes out? Shane Taylor with Lee Moriarty, part of Shane Taylor Productions. So Shane Taylor comes in and is like, yeah, I know you're talking about me, so let's give the people what they want. And he makes the challenge for final battle, Shane Taylor versus Keith Lee. Keith Lee accepts. I'm like, yes! Game on, motherfuckers. And that is big, beefy men slapping meat. Oh. I cannot wait. That's probably going to be a match of the night. Holy shit. Well, besides watching Athena lose her belt to Bowie Starks, I want to see Shane Taylor beat the fuck out of Keith Lee. Didn't get it in Ring of Honor per se, but now we're finally getting it. Like 5, 6, 7 years later. But it is what it is. So like I said, big, beefy men slapping me in that match. At Final Battle, a week from Friday. This coming Friday, I should say. We got that. But that's going to be great. Can't wait. We move on. Alright, so I gave that 3 out of 5 stars. Then we go further into the back, where we have Miro smacks CJ Penny, pussy. Yeah. So he's outside Andrade's dressing room with his hot, smoking, flexible wife, CJ Perry. So, he tries to crush Andrade, but CJ talks him out of doing that. So Miro's like, he's caressing her face and everything. He's like, my God told me not to, I promise you I will not hurt a hair on his chinny chin. I would not hurt your client just yet. Then he bangs on the door, and then he leaves. Now it looks like we're going to see Miro versus Andrade soon. Maybe at World's End, but we'll see. With CJ Perry's loyalty. honestly. And that's it. So I give that 2.5 out of 5 stars. That's it. Then we go to your main event of the evening on Collision. The final, the third match of the night for the Continental Classic. Bryan Danielson, yes! His first match in the tournament takes on Eddie Kingston, and his second match in the tournament. Danielson comes out with his eye patch looking like One-Eyed Willie. But this match was a fucking classic. It was great. I wish they would have. I don't know if they ever fought in Ring of Honor, but if they didn't, this was, I believe, their first match. This was a banger. It's also with a feeling out process. I like that. Danielson strikes away at Eddie. Eddie comes right back in the corner and then chops the living hell out of Danielson. Felt like a gunshot went off. Man, if Eddie Kingston ever went to WWE, I know he doesn't like it there. He doesn't like the company, really. But if he ever went there and he faced Walter, oh my fucking god. That would be, Walter would probably kill Eddie Kingston. I mean, legit probably kill him. And Eddie probably would do the same thing to Walter. That would be both their chests will look like chopped fucking liver. But I doubt we'll ever see it. But you never know. Anyway, so Eddie chops the living hell out of Danielson. Danielson was like almost lost his soul. But anyway, he gets back up. Danielson strikes away at Eddie. Eddie is like, bring it, bitch! Then a suplex sends Eddie to the floor. Bryan Danielson goes for a dive to get counted into a suplex to knock both of them down. We go to break, we come back. Eddie goes for a superplex, gets broken up, which allows Danielson to hit a missile drop kick off the top rope. He locks into the bell lock, but can't really fully get it on. But instead, they basically beat the fuck out of each other. And then, until Danielson misses that running Busaiko knee, and it gets planted with a suplex. Then Eddie hits the spinning back fist. I'm like, oh, he's gonna win, right? No. Two. Kicked out that two. And Eddie with some knees to the orbital bone that was broken by Okada, like about a month or so ago. I mean, I can't wait. That match is coming up in about a month, almost about 4 weeks from now. A little over 4 weeks. About a month from now, basically. Okada and Danielson 2. Oof. That is going to be fucking epic. I mean, freaking Wrestle Kingdom, the card for Wrestle Kingdom was fucking epic. Danielson Okada. Romo Takahashi defending the Junior Heavyweight Championship against El Desperado. That says enough. Sanada versus Naito for the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship. Ospreay versus... who's he facing? Damn it. I forgot who he's facing. I think Ospreay is defending the IWGP UK/US belt. I think against Kojima again. Or, I forget who he's facing. Somebody really good, but I forget. I mean, Ospreay's match is going to be a banger. I assume the tag team belts are going to be on the line. I think the women's title is going to be on the line. I forget. I think, what's her name? The IWGP Women's Champion, I think it's Tam Nakano, something like that. She's defending her belt against who? I don't know. We got that. I think the New Japan 6-man tag team belts are going to be on the line. I think Okada might have double duty. Well, I think it's 2 nights, so Okada probably be on probably night 2 will be Danielson and Okada. Then night 1, Okada, Tanahashi, and Ishii will defend the New Japan Strong. New Japan 6-man tag team belts. I guess who? I don't know. But we got that, but that card is so freaking epic. That's why when the calendar turns over, and we have the first pay-per-view of the year, which is Wrestle Kingdom, for the last few years, has always been a banger to start. And it was like pay-per-view of the year, but then we got all the other shit coming up, like WrestleMania and All In and all those other pay-per-views for the rest of the year. But usually, when you start the year off, New Japan kicks ass. Why do I say final? Wrestle Kingdom, always, both nights are bangers. And then you got New Year's Dash, which is even not a great show, not banger-worthy show, but pretty damn good too. And then we go to February, then Sakura Genesis is coming around the corner. Wrestling Dontaku, not Otaku, but Dontaku. And all the other great stuff coming away from New Japan. And then we got the G1 coming in August. Well, July, really. That's the G1, what number is it up to? 33, 34 now? I lost count. But the G1's always great. Every year it's great. And Naito won it this year. Who's going to win it next year? Well, we'll have to see. But Eddie Kingston had a pretty good performance in the G1. But Bryan Danielson said he wants to do the G1. I don't think you should do that, dude. I don't think we'll ever see Bryan Danielson do the G1. One, it's too grueling for him. And two, he can risk getting really, really, really injured. And that's pretty much it. Alright, anyway, move on. So Eddie, with the knees to the bad orbital bone, make things worse for Danielson. But Danielson comes right back with the yes kicks of doom. Eddie then chops him again. Ugh. Kills him. But, Eddie basically shrugs off the yes kicks, hits an insecurity until Danielson gets in a suplex for a double down. Danielson then kicks away some more. Then we got 5 minutes left in the match because there's a 20-minute time limit. So they kind of rushed the finish, maybe? I don't know. But anyway, a suplex puts Eddie down. Danielson starts stomping away. And then Eddie needs a breather. And so does Bryan Danielson. So they're basically spent. Not that it mattered, because Bryan comes right back with a quick running knee plus Psycho kick, whatever you want to call it. 1, 2, 3, and 13 and a half minutes. This match ends. And Bryan Danielson gets his first 3 points of the tournament. And he has 4 matches left, so he's got an advantage along with Andrade. Because everybody else has 3 matches left. But Danielson gets on the board. And this match was great. 4.25 out of 5 stars. It was amazing. I loved it. I want more of it. Hoorah. And that's it. Alright, so your final leaderboard in Week 2 of the Blue League. Brody King, 6 points, 3 matches remaining. Andrade, Claudio, and Bryan Danielson all at 3 points. But like I said, Andrade and Bryan Danielson have 4 matches left. Claudio has 3 matches left. And pretty much Eddie Kingston and Daniel Garcia, 2 losses, 1 more, and they are out of the tournament. And we'll see what happens with that. Alright, next week, we have Claudio versus Eddie, I believe. Yeah, Claudio versus Eddie. Bryan Danielson against Daniel Garcia, I believe, and Brody King taking on wait, hold on. Brody King, I think, is taking on Andrade, I believe. I could be wrong on the matches, but I do know Claudio and Eddie Kingston will have another match in their long rivalry. I think Eddie will finally get on the board and get 3 points, so that leaderboard is going to be really stacked. And I think Brody will get another win. He'll get 9 points. So, and he got 2 matches left. So I don't know how what's gonna happen, but Brody will take on I believe he's taking on Andrade. Claudio versus Eddie. Bryan Danielson against Daniel Garcia. So that's next Saturday night on Collision. So should be some good shit. And that's going to be it. Going head-to-head with Deadline. Everybody's going to be watching Deadline, obviously. So the ratings for Collision won't be as good as most likely this week, but we'll see. And I'm not saying. Alright, everybody. That's it for Collision. So Collision was very good, and I gave it 7.5 out of 10. Great show. I loved it from start to finish. Probably one of the best Collisions I've watched in the last month or so. Great show. 7.5 out of 10 stars. But let me know what you guys think of Collision and Rampage in the comment section below. Don't forget to like the video. Stick that thumb straight up to you know what. Subscribe to this channel and my other channels as well, all down below. And follow me on social media if you dare. Hit the bell. Turn on all notifications so you don't miss the next video. And don't forget to share the video all over the place. And that's pretty much it. Alright, everybody. That is it. I am out of here. I'm going to go to sleep, and then I'm going to get up, do some early chores in the morning, and then I'm going to watch some football. I'm going to watch the Jet game for a little bit, and then I'm going to go out to Sunday dinner, and I got to do some other stuff as well. Going to watch the Niners, hopefully kick the pedophile Eagles' ass tomorrow afternoon. We'll see what happens with that, and then, after the game, gonna have Sunday dinner with the folks, and pretty much the weekend's over. And then I'll be back on Monday with that video I mentioned before. Talk about the future Conan. No, but talk about what's gonna be happening as I finish the rest of this month into next year. What I'm gonna be doing on my channels. And not going to be a long video, hopefully not a long video, but we'll see what happens with that. We'll do that, get you ready for Monday Night Raw, and then I'll be doing Monday Night Raw review on this channel Monday night, pretty much after Raw. And that's it. Alright, everybody, thanks for watching. I'm Peter Joseph signing off. Peace out, rock on, and rock hard with your cookoot. And if you're not down with that, that's just too goddamn bad, Mahoney. So if you're not down with that, not down with me and pretty much everybody else that's better than you and you fucking know it. So if you're pissy about it, well, too bad. Cry us all a river, because if you're not down with us, well, pretty much you're SOL. You know what that means. And we got 3 words for you. The greatest 3 words in the history of life itself. You know what those 3 words are? Fuck you, man! That's it. Thanks for watching. And until next time, motherfuckers. Peace.